This is Storybook Radio.
Chapter 8. Phoenix's wife, Rachel, steps out of Wynn's grocery store, balancing groceries bagged in one hand as the rain begins to pick up. Her phone buzzes in her coat pocket, and she fumbles to retrieve it. Seeing Phoenix's name on the screen, her expression softens, and she swipes to answer the FaceTime call. "Hey, honey," she says, angling the camera to show her face. Behind her, the glowing store sign reflects off the wet pavement, the scene blurred by the drizzle. "Hey," Phoenix replies, his voice warm but tinged with exhaustion. "How's it going?" "Good," she says with a small laugh. "Just grabbing some things for dinner. I found this pasta Henry will love." As they chat, she walks briskly to her car, her shoes clicking against the asphalt. She shifts the bag in her arm, laughing at something Phoenix says. The conversation wraps up as she reaches her car. "I'll see you at home soon," she says before ending the call and slipping her phone into her pocket. Just as she opens her car door, a man's voice stops her. "Excuse me," he says, stepping into view. His tailored jacket and calm demeanor set him apart from the ordinary bustle of the parking lot. "Yes?" she asks, turning toward him cautiously. "I couldn't help but notice you," he says with a charming smile. "You're stunning. Have you ever considered modeling? I run a photography studio." Her eyebrows lift in polite surprise. "Oh, that's very kind, but I'm not interested, thank you." "Are you sure?" he asks, his tone light and non-threatening. "You'd be perfect for a shoot. No pressure, of course." "Really, no, but thank you," she says firmly, still smiling. The man nods, backing away. "Well, have a great evening," he says, as he turns and walks toward a nearby black sedan. Her unease grows as she locks her car doors and starts the engine. Glancing in the rearview mirror, she notices the man still lingering by his vehicle, watching her. She brushes it off and pulls out of the parking lot, but a knot forms in her stomach. The rain intensifies as she drives, the rhythmic swish of the windshield wipers filling the silence. The glowing streetlights reflect on the slick road, and she tries to focus on getting home. But when she glances in the rearview mirror again, her heart sinks. The black sedan is there, trailing her at a steady distance. Her grip tightens on the steering wheel. She takes a sudden left turn, then another, hoping to shake him. But the sedan follows, mirroring every move. Her breath quickens, and her mind races with possibilities. Is he following me? Why? Her phone buzzes in her pocket, pulling her focus. She debates whether to call Phoenix, her fear mounting. Her trembling fingers fumble to retrieve the phone, her eyes darting between the road and the screen. As she presses the call button, her tires skid on the rain-slicked pavement. A car veers into the wrong lane, and bright headlights flood her vision. There's no time to react. The impact is brutal, the crunch of metal and shattering glass echoing through the storm. Groceries spill across the floor as her phone slips from her grasp. Pain explodes in her chest, sharp and unrelenting. Her vision blurs, the rain pounding relentlessly against the windshield. She struggles to breathe, her thoughts turning to Phoenix and Henry. Their faces flash vividly in her mind, grounding her in the chaos. Behind her, the black sedan comes to a stop. The man, Paragon, steps out, his expression calm and unreadable. He approaches the wreckage slowly, his hands in his pockets, and surveys the scene with detached curiosity. Pulling out his phone, he dials 911. "There has been an accident," he says evenly, giving the location. His tone is calm, almost casual. He doesn't move closer, instead lingering on the periphery, watching as the rain continues to pour. The emergency vehicle's flashing lights cut through the downpour. Medics rush to the crumpled cars, their voices urgent as they assess her condition. She hears snippets of their conversation, but can't make sense of the words. Her breathing is shallow, her vision fading. The rain drums against the pavement, an unyielding soundtrack to the tragedy. Her thoughts drift back to Phoenix and Henry. A faint smile touches her lips, a fragment of peace amidst the chaos. She tries to hold on to their images, but the darkness pulls her under. The medics work frantically, their movements swift and practiced, but her injuries are too severe. One of them checks her pulse, his face grim. "Time of death, 8:47 p.m., he says quietly. Paragon remains at a distance, his posture unmoving. He watches for a moment longer, his gaze fixed on the lifeless figure in the crumpled car. Then, without a word, he turns and walks back to his sedan. The engine hums to life, and he drives off into the night, disappearing as silently as he had appeared.